Welcome to our community, where we support you in developing your emotional intelligence and leading a happy life. In today's video, we're talking about the power of not reacting, as well as its strength. How frequently do you notice that you are responding to circumstances that make you feel bad? Reacting is in our nature, yet sometimes it does more harm than good. Reacting rashly can occasionally have more unfavorable effects, such as escalating a dispute or destroying relationships. The ability to regulate your emotions and make thoughtful response decisions is the key to the power of not reacting. It involves pausing, thinking things through, and determining how to respond in a way that is consistent with your values and objectives. Make sure to watch till the end because every step is important, and if this is first time you are watching, don't forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon and turn on notification. Now let's explore the 5 lessons that will enable you to master emotional self-control and the power of non-reaction. You'll get the ability to uphold wholesome and fruitful relationships, develop your self-awareness, and remain composed under pressure. 1. Recognize your feelings. Our emotions can seem to have a life of their own at times. They can be fierce, powerful, and challenging to manage. For this reason, it's critical to stand back and recognize your feelings. Feelings are beyond your control, but how you respond to them is. That is the role of self-awareness. Consider for a moment how your emotions are affecting you. Do they make you behave badly toward other people or yourself? Recognize the cues and red flags that send you in that direction. When you do, make an effort to become more self-aware and recognize when you are reacting. Examine your emotions. Are you experiencing frustration, disappointment, jealousy, or anger? Developing emotional self-control requires being aware of your feelings. Thus, keep in mind that comprehending your emotions is the first step towards managing them. 2. Stop and analyze what comes to mind. It's important to take a moment to gather your thoughts before reacting to anything. It's possible to prevent potentially harmful reactions by pausing for a moment to relax and slow down your breathing. Another way to give yourself time to gather your thoughts before speaking or acting is to count to 10 or take a deep breath. Putting the situation in perspective by thinking about it objectively is another useful technique for thinking back on your ideas. You can comprehend the issue better and make more informed decisions about how to respond if you take a step back and evaluate it. To organize your thoughts and discover the source of your emotions, you might also consider keeping a notebook. Meditation is a longer-term contemplation technique to think about. You can feel more in control of your thoughts and feelings if you can learn to calm your mind and concentrate on the here and now. You'll be able to develop a more conscious way of living and make decisions with greater clarity with practice. 3. Choose your reaction. Choose your reaction. When confronted with an emotionally charged scenario, our first instinct is frequently to react without thinking through the possible repercussions. Nonetheless, it is crucial to pause and think before deciding on a course of action. Rejecting automatic responses is essential to improving our emotional regulation. Rather than snapping or defending myself right once, we can opt to consider the wider picture and determine the goal we have in mind. It's also critical that our answer is consistent with company objectives and core values. By doing this, we may make sure that our behaviors are consistent with our values and identity and prevent impulsive reactions. Effective communication is essential when deciding how to respond. Any issue can be substantially improved by speaking quickly and respectfully, using I words rather than placing blame elsewhere, and attentively listening and empathizing. But sometimes the best course of action is to completely withdraw oneself from unpleasant circumstances. This can entail escaping a poisonous or dangerous setting or asking dependable friends and family for help. We can enhance our ability to manage our emotions, strengthen our bonds with others, and become more proficient problem solvers in all facets of our lives by carefully selecting our answer. 4. Actively communicate. Healthy relationships depend on communication, but it's not always simple to do so. Any conversation's result can be influenced by our communication style. Active listening to the other person is essential for good communication. This entails listening carefully to what they have to say and making sure you comprehend their viewpoint. Talks can be civil and fruitful by using I words rather than accusing or pointing fingers at others. Even when you're upset, talking coolly and politely can put the other person at ease and increase the likelihood that they'll hear your side of the story. Finally, empathy training is essential for good communication. Make an effort to comprehend the viewpoint of the other person by placing yourself in their position. It takes time and practice to become an effective communicator, but the work is well worth it. You can have more productive talks and enhance the quality of your relationships by speaking gently, respectfully, empathetically, and by listening intently. 5. Get out of depressive situations. Negative circumstances might occasionally overwhelm us and make us react negatively. It is best to separate ourselves from such situations if at all possible. Remaining in a poor circumstance does not imply giving up or conceding defeat. It indicates that we're attempting to safeguard our mental and emotional well-being. To let go of our frustration, we can opt to count to 10, take deep breaths, or even go for a little stroll. It is never shameful to ask for assistance when things are going out of control. Speaking with a dependable friend, therapist, or counselor can help us see things more clearly and from a different angle. To discover inner peace, cleanse our brains, and quiet our thoughts, sometimes we just need to take a break. You can achieve this by practicing yoga, meditation, or other relaxing techniques. Never forget that putting your mental health first is acceptable. We hope that these lessons have given you a better understanding of the importance of staying silent and how to properly manage your emotions. Recall that while experiencing emotions is normal, it's critical to know how to handle them in a healthy way. Building healthy relationships and minimizing conflict both depend on effective communication. Respect and understanding between people can be fostered by speaking gently and paying attention to what others have to say. Removing oneself from a situation can sometimes be the best course of action. It's critical to know when to leave a poisonous situation or argument with a close friend or family member. The process of being emotionally resilient is continuous and requires patience and time. Overcoming obstacles and developing a positive support system can aid in your personal development. Recall that living a more fulfilled life and enhancing your relationships are the ultimate goals. We invite you to incorporate these lessons into your everyday life and see the growth in your emotional intelligence and general well-being. Don't forget to subscribe our channel for more content and press the bell icon and turn on notification. See you soon.